All right, moment of truth. Game 3, round 5. One game to decide whether or not I get the 5-0. So yeah, this is a pretty marginal hand, especially since I don't have the one mana interaction, but which is critical, obviously here. Luckily, I top deck it. But again, it's a case where I feel like a lot of times when I mulligan a hand of 7 down to 6, it is often like the next hand I draw often only has one land, and I have to mulligan down to 5. And I know it's not correlated. It happens to happen a disproportionate amount of times. I think that just speaks to there's a range of a lot worse hands that you could be drawing than the one that you just did. So the better solution is often just the one you have. It's good enough. So yeah, I mean, a critical fatal push, so can't do any Johnny shenanigans. And then from here, yeah, and again, this is a case where, like, I know that thing's going to do damage. Like, right now, the path to victory is definitely not clear. It's like, they've got their mana, they've got a threat, they're going to do something else next turn. And I just have stuff that picks off lands or creatures one by one. So, again, just speaks to how valuable Hackdos, the X for 1 Hackdos is in dealing with decks that have so much value like this, like energy. Here they will play a Fable, and that card has always been a problem and will always be a problem because there's a must answer Goblin there, along with 2 other cards worths of value. So yeah, that card, again, it's a matter of the best thing you can do is tithe it. And that's a big reason why Inquisition is, any matchup against Fable is one where Inquisition is probably something you want to keep at least 2 of. Because, yeah, gets the Fable gone before any of the 3, if they can get value from any of the 3 modes. So here I have to vindicate the Goblin. I mean, it's a 2 damage attacker, and it's gonna give it. But now at least I have a defined, if not super promising, line to victory now. I say not super promising because they're gonna get 2 more cards with Fable. They've got their mana, they've got their attacking pressure. So yeah, it does not look good at this point. But at least I have the Hackdos. I mean, as I talk through it, it just makes me realize, like, again, I mean, maybe I'm kind of weird in that I'm always thinking pessimistically, and I see all these as lucky plays of my own, whereas the usual Magic player will just think their opponent's gotten lucky all the time. But I mean, objectively, you can definitely say I've been lucky throughout this. Yeah, I mean, they got the Ragavan with the treasure and the damage. So, I mean, again, the fact that I know I'm going to be Hackdos raising means, as I said before, I have that 20 to 30% chance just with that. Maybe it looks a little less right now, but yeah, I don't have to. I remember it was very exciting how I managed to squeeze through in this one because I basically had to. So here I know I have 2 attacks, most likely. Most likely they're going to take the damage somewhere. So now I know I have 2 attacks. I just need to survive 2 attacks. So again, it was a matter of, okay, if they actually had anything really powerful, like, actually I think they do have Flake. They have this, and then they have a Ragavan. So, actually, yeah, I mean, I guess I only have to survive 1 because Hackdos is as a blocker, so. I mean, that's a reason why the arena, well, also because Hackdos is the only creature, but I only have arena as a 1-off, is because the turn Haktos doesn't attack when it comes into play. It's quite valuable as a blocker. But yeah, I mean, it just seems they don't have anything else really. They don't have a Flage in their hand. But here I'm like, I'm in a really good spot here. I mean, well, actually, no, if they actually had a Flage, I'd be in a lot of trouble because it would take me another turn to kill them. But so here I know I have. I'll need one shot after this because I have Bolt. I can Vindicate the Ragavan because, like, Fable isn't gonna. That copy effect isn't really gonna. It's creating 2 damage to tap him to create 2 damage. Ragavan has the danger of flipping over a Bolt or something, which I definitely don't want. Keep that. Now it's just a matter of, do they have Flage? I mean, I think the only thing that could screw me now is Flage. Honestly, I think it's only Flage, right? Because, like, yeah. Anything else isn't going to be creating attacking damage. Yeah, I guess they do this thing with the reflection. But yeah, I think, yeah. So I mean, at this point, I'm very nervous, obviously, but I guess it's pretty much, at this point, it's tied up. I mean, I'm glad these decks have gone to Boros and not Mardu, because Orcish Bowmasters was a problem for Haktos, and just very good. Well, just very good in general. So, glad they've moved away from that. Thing. Let's try and do enough damage, but I bolt them, and it is over. Yes. Alright, so clearly some very close games, some very tightly played games. But we got there. We got there with the 5-0, and hopefully these videos gave you a little bit of insight into kind of my thought process around, both how this deck works, how I build it, what the lines are, and kind of the philosophy. So yeah, hopefully you can again use this as a pieces of information as as everyone else here continues developing SOFR and Haktos Modern Land Destruction into a tier 1 deck eventually. I'm still holding out hope.